So we're here with Rob Harvey, who is a Fat Loss Forever programme client. Now, Rob's been with us for almost a year now. You joined back in, I believe, March of last year, Rob, if I'm not mistaken. And since joining the programme, Rob, you managed to, get down to let's say 2.5 stone off within the kind of first few months. There's been some challenges with some shifts and things like that, of course. But again, we're really in a good place, kind of going into Q2 even of 2022. Rob, what have you achieved in the programme so far? What have you maybe enjoyed most about it? And we'll start with that.
Yeah, like you say, I've lost in total, got down to about 2.5 stone. In terms of what I've enjoyed the most, I think it's the structure. That's what I was lacking the most, I think. So it might have been a case of, like, I didn't go to the gym either. Like, my job, I work as a postman, so I'm getting in 25, 30,000 steps a day, but it wasn't doing anything. So I think my body got used to the steps, and 100%. It was just good to speak to you, good to speak to Jordan, obviously, who's my coach, and get a structure in place. And I think that's been the most enjoyable thing, having a bit of a rigid structure to follow, and it's been quite easy really 100%. From there.
Yeah, good man. And what do you find that what's been maybe the most beneficial part about that structure? Is it the nutrition, the exercise, or is it just a combination? Or what did we kind of, what do you get most from having that structure? Is it just allows you to focus on the action taken, or
it's a bit of everything. I'm one of them that once you start snacking, it's very difficult to stop. So it'll end up with a chocolate bar, and it'll probably end up with a Chinese afterwards. So it's nice to have something there to just kind of go back to and look at, and kind of talk myself out of wanting to do that. And since I've been on the plan and since I've been following it, my cravings are kind of non-existent, really. I have one every now and then, but in terms of the plan and what's been put in place, it keeps me full. And looking at it, looking at the plan, it sounds a bit weird, but looking at the actual food plan and where the kind of goals are that I'm looking at, it keeps me motivated and kind of keeps me away from wanting to fall back into it. And, it's nice to have the workouts planned and stuff as well, so I can look ahead and see this is what I've got to do, so I know how long I'm going to be there, and I can get my mind kind of set into gym mode, if you like, because I wasn't going to the gym before. And this has pushed me to get back into the gym, so I'm really enjoying that as well.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of people potentially struggle with time in their lives at the moment, Rob. How have you found the time management of the program in terms of the training, the exercise, and the nutrition? Do you find it's a little streamlined enough for you, or how do you find the time investment for this program?
No, it's you have to invest a bit of time. It's good that my partner's quite understanding, because my job, like I say, I work as a postman, so in theory, I'm done by 1-2 o'clock every day. But I do all the overtime as well, so I'm actually not done really until 6-7 o'clock. So I try and fit my workouts in between shifts. If I'm done early enough in the morning, then I can get to the gym, do my workout, go back, do my overtime, and go home for a normal time. Sometimes I have to go after work. But like I said, partner's understanding, and she can see that it's helping me kind of positively, mentally, and physically as well. So there is a lot. I won't say there's a lot of time, because it's quite short and sharp. But obviously, if you put the time in, you will get the results. And I never thought that I would, but obviously I have. So.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Well, that's what happens when you focus on actually taking action. You follow the plan, mate. Some people don't follow the plan. You followed it very well, Rob. And in terms of yourself, I mean, this is a strange one, but was there any reason you maybe nearly didn't join the program? Was there anything at all that made you think, oh, this might not be a good fit? Because some people probably be thinking that right now.
I think the main driver for a lot of people is kind of money, I guess. And obviously, I know that obviously we discuss costs and stuff, and it's one of them. Like when you really think about it, bear with me.
It's all good. We're back.
So it'll probably go off again in a sec. In fact, bear with me.
No problem. I'll pause the record in a second, Rob. So we're back with Rob.
So nearly not joining, I suppose confidence is one, and really wanting to put that investment in. Like I've now learned, obviously, to kind of get the results, you need to invest in yourself. And if you do invest in yourself, then you're more responsible and accountable to yourself. Time was another one. I think time was probably the biggest one, because I always thought that I couldn't fit in around my schedule, and that it might cause a few problems at home, and it might cause me to be a lot more tired for kind of work. But to be fair, the exact opposite. Like, although I'm taking a little bit more time in terms of going to the gym, I've actually got a lot more time to do the things with the kids and the family and the missus, and enjoy myself a bit more. So, and obviously that comes from the results as well.
Yeah, excellent. Love it, Rob. That's fantastic, mate. Thank you very much for that, Rob. Feedback's really valuable as well. And obviously you're up there right at the moment, right in line with the Q1 accountability boot camp. I think you're half a point off the lead at the moment, if I'm not correct.
Yeah. I'm hoping to stay. I'm hoping to stay half a point behind, hoping that the last challenge I can leapfrog everyone. So
well, the last challenge was who can get the most steps in 2 days. So
yeah, I'm praying that stays the same, because I'll be out for 48 hours.
If there's anyone who can do it, it's you, Rob. Rob managed to hit 120,000 steps in 1 day. But I don't believe you were on the program at the time. You may have been, but it was part of.
No, I was.
Yeah, you're part of a charity challenge. So Rob set the record for the most steps of 120k. So that could be an interesting challenge then. But Rob, thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. You've been a standout client so far, and yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on board, mate.
No, thank you. Cheers.
Perfect.
Appreciate your time. Cheers.